Today I'm giving you my honest review of using the Kamado Joe, Big Joe, Konnected Joe, and all the thoughts I have using it, cooking barbecue, grilling, all sorts of stuff. Stick around, we're gonna get right into it. And you're getting this no matter what, but is just have the cooking surface really makes a huge difference of getting a Kamado Joe in general is the Big Joe. But my favorite part as far as a positive is really using the digital interface and having that fan and having the heating element. People that buy the Konnected Joe, they buy it for the connected features. At the end of the day, you want that set it and forget it experience. And that's really one of the biggest advantages that I've also experienced. And I have all the Kamado Joes. The Big Joe without connected, I've had the, literally the Joe Jr., I've had the Classic 3, I've had the Classic 2. So if you're watching this and going, man, you're a sellout for having a connected digital grill, whatever, move on. But here's the truth. It really is a benefit, and that's one of the reasons why we're starting here, is having that connected feature, being able to set the temperature yourself, literally push that fire ignition, and then you've got the heating element and the built-in fan. So I'm actually saying that is a benefit, because I've done a lot of barbecue where I've set it and forget it. And that's the beautiful thing, is that you're trying to move on the go, dump charcoal in, your heat deflectors, throw your wood chunkings there, and then set the temperature and then walk away. It tells you where to set it. Although I've been doing this for over a decade and I know how to set my Kamado without being connected. But let's be honest, it's just nice to have that extra assistance that really speeds that process up, and you can just kind of move on, especially if you don't have the time. So that's a benefit. Another one is benefit is having the connected feature on your phone, and to be able to download the Kamado Joe app here. You're able to sign in here and then able to add this to your phone. It's got some probe, up to 3 different probes that you can plug in to be able to monitor temperatures. So these are the features that I enjoy about it. And at the end of the day, I love having a stand, but that's not necessarily anything particular with the Konnected Joe. All the Classic 2 to Classic 3 versions come with that, but obviously the airlift hinge. These are all things that are great, but not necessarily particular about the Konnected. But those are my favorite features, and they've really been amazing. So recently I did a Meat Fire and Friends steak class. I do weekly YouTube videos. I smoked a New York strip roast, a 10-pounder. I've done a rotisserie. I've done leg of lamb. I've done everything you can imagine in a very short period of time. And I've also had the Classic 3 Konnected Joe for over a year, although I'm not reviewing that specific one, but I've used the feature of being connected. And those are the advantages, is this simply being able to dial it in, set it and forgive it, and move on. So let's get into the things that I like least about it, and then we'll finish this video with who is this really for, and that might really be helpful as you're watching this and determining if you want to purchase it or not. Where does the Konnected Joe fall short? Now, I will say there's a few things, but these are just kind of not aha moments. You're gonna be like, man, that's not a big deal, but I just want to acknowledge some things that might be a big deal. Now, when you get like a pellet grill or anything that has electronics on it, it has the risk of failure, or has the risk of when you plug it in, it could, trigger your breaker. I think the first versions of these triggered breakers, so that would be a negative, but I think the version I've got has not triggered that. But I want to acknowledge that's something that they figured out, I believe, but maybe the version 1, some technology issues as far as just the output of electricity and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a science guy to know all the ins and outs of exactly what's going on there. Fan noise, honestly, I'll be true and transparent. I'm hearing impaired, so fan noise does not bother me, but it could be a detractor for you. But you're outside, you're grilling, and hearing the fan whenever you click, turn it on, not a big deal. You can definitely hear the fan blowing and getting the airflow kick started, but that's why you bought it in the first place. But I'm gonna put it in the negative category just because, hey, some people do ask how loud is the fan, but at the end of the day, you're outside. I don't think it really matters, right? But there is some noise whenever you activate the fire starter and the fan, not a big deal. But now let me talk about more of the practical use of a negative. And I guess I didn't mention this as a positive too, so it has a pro and con to it. But whenever you're grilling and you have the fan, and let's just say you're smoking, this happened to me recently, you're smoking and then you need to ramp up the temperature, and let's say you go inside for a little bit, this thing can ramp up your fire so fast within like 10 minutes, and you could overshoot your cook using the fan, and you could do that without having the connected feature, but because it whenever you change the temperature manually on the digital or on your phone, it jump starts that fan to kind of push more airflow to bump it up to that new temperature. And I've had it where it's overshot my temperature, and I'm like way higher searing level than I need, and sometimes that can get your fire out of control. And then all you got to do is shut down your vents and kind of cool it down. So I just want to acknowledge like a little user error, and equally the fan really can jumpstart that fire and overshoot temperatures if you're not just staying on the grill. So I want to put that in the negative category. But is it a deal breaker? Not for me, not at all. Way more pros than cons on this. So let's get into who is this for. At the end of the day, if you're going to be a techie geek, nerd, person that loves technology and all your things, especially grills, you're gonna love the Konnected Joe. I know guys that are like, love using their hands, they love doing things manually, but they equally love using the technology whenever it's just a weeknight cook and they want to be able to just set it and forget it kind of feature. This is for you. If you love technology, this is for you. If you love set it and forget it concept and you want a Kamado, this is for you, getting a Big Joe or the classic version. If you are I'm gonna call it a purist, where you're like, man, I don't need technology in my grills, this is not for you. Like, move on. Why are you watching this video? Like, this is not for you. If you got to this point of the video and you realize that, sorry. But here's the deal. It's mainly for those that love that set it and forget it, that technology. And at the end of the day, it's also for people that have big budgets, because spending money on a Kamado Joe is not going to be inexpensive. It's going to be a premier grill that you're investing in for a lifetime in a lot of ways. I think this is a lifetime grill if you treat it right. And I think the warranty is 3 to 5 years, but then there's limited warranty and lifetime warranty on certain parts of the Kamado. So all that to say, that's who it's for, that's who it's not for. So I want to just do a straight honest review of how I use it, how I like it. Not a lot of B-roll here, but just how I've been using it. And I literally have been doing pork butts catering on my regular Big Joe and my Konnected Joe. I use these equally for catering for hundreds of people. Almost every other month, I'm doing a big event. I'm doing weekly YouTube videos, cooking, grilling, direct grilling. I'm doing smoking, I'm doing baking, I've done it all. I've done it with beef jerky. So I've really put this to the test. I have no issues with this grill whatsoever. I'm a fan of it, but hopefully those little things make a difference. I think this cost $2,600 or $2,700. I think without the technology, it's $24. I think with the technology, it's $26 or $27. It might be a little, maybe it's $29. I'll put it on the screen. But it's expensive. That's who it's for. It's for a premier griller that wants to invest the test of time. If you're finding value in the video, be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things, because it helps our channel out. From my backyard to yours, less hate, more love, good barbecue. Till next time.